Hello, hello. What time is it? Am I a little late? I am 5 minutes late, but my bad, guys. Anyway, hello, and welcome to It's All Relative with me, Relly. What's going on, guys? So I know that I was not here last week, and I was feeling a little ways about that, but your girl was down bad last week. Like, let me tell you something. That's worse. Like, the worst thing is like getting sick when it's getting warm outside. So it was all beautiful and wonderful and everything like that. And I was down for the count, but I am back. Hello. So y'all know that outside is my love language. And, I only get to be outside really during the weekends. And last weekend I didn't get to go outside because I wasn't really feeling that well and had to catch up on some things. But the weekend before, Mother's Day weekend, I was outside. So what did I do? I went to Canastock. They had a little, a little of the cannabis, if you will, because it's legal here in New York. And they had a festival or a conference or whatever you want to call it at the Civic Center. And so I went, and it was educational, and I met some new people, and the sir was talking to them about his business. So it was pretty interesting, and I had a good time. And then for Mother's Day, I went to the Cupcake Festival, and I got some cupcakes. And shout out to my girl T Money, because she was outside cooking and making bacon from scratch, some delicious cupcakes. And I thought, and I bought, at the Canastock, I bought my grandmother some CBD to make her feel better, right? Like, because they say if you get too high that you could take CBD and it'll bring the high down. So I was like, oh, all right, like, I'll get some CBD for my grandma to make her feel good. Well, okay, here's what had happened and everything like that there, right? Judy went to take the CBD. I asked Judy to take the CBD over to my grandma because she was going over there to visit her and whatnot. So I said, here, take this to grandma. And in the bag, there were some chocolates. So Judah said that grandma snatched the chocolates out of her hand. And then my heart started to race because I'm like, did I get grandma high? Like, were those like, were they passing out the THC chocolates and everything like that at the Canastock? I don't know. I was stressed for like 5 minutes. I was like, what? Where did I get these chocolates? Where did I get these chocolates? It's safe, y'all. I didn't get grandma high. The chocolates came from the Cupcake Festival, and, I was getting out of the car and just trying to condense everything. I mean, that would have been pretty cool though, right? Except I don't want nobody coming after me, for elder abuse and things like that, because I'm spiking grandma's, her CBD. Like, I'm just trying to have grandma feel good, but not too good, okay? So grandma's safe, everybody. Don't worry. But she did enjoy the CBD. Apparently it knocked her out, but hey, like, we just want the pain to stop a little bit. So, and she did enjoy the chocolate. So that's what we had going on over there. So I have been having like a really tough time at work. Can I tell you? Okay, work been kicking my ass. But let me tell you about how the Lord is good, huh? Because soon in June, hallelujah, I feel it. Yes. Come on, Lord, and talk to me. Yes. In June, I am getting out of there and I'm going someplace else. And I'm very excited about that. And let me tell you something. Okay, you ready? Okay, good. The universe, the spirit, God, whoever it is, let me tell you something. They rock with your girl pretty heavy. You understand? And I use them interchangeably because sometimes I'm in the mood to say the universe, sometimes it's God, it's a higher power. Okay? All right. And I remember a time when I asked the universe, and I said, universe, like, I need a little, a little something. And the universe said, hold my beer, and gave it to me. And I was like, woo, child, this is a lot, Jesus. I ain't know I asked for this. But I took a look at just overall the job that I did while I was in this role. And I think I did a pretty okay job. I came in and I did what needed to be done. Unfortunately, there were a lot of changes that needed to be done. And I'm the face of those changes, and that's fine. But I cleared out a lot of a lot of situations I think that were going to hinder this next person coming in. And now what they have is a clear runway. So I'm very excited for them. I'm very excited for the role that I did play. And now they're going to be able to take this position and this program, and they're going to take it to new heights. And I'm very excited about that. And I feel like maybe I played just a very small role in that, and thankful for that. And also, this job has given me lessons, life lessons that I will take with me from here on out. And I know that it's for a bigger purpose. I know that these things, these lessons that I learned, I know that I needed to learn them. So shout out to the job for bringing me new lessons, right? And new life experiences. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to go someplace else and I'm going to implement that. And so it molded me and shaped me and it made me a better Sherelle. And I'm grateful for that. So that is wonderful. And thank you, Lord, right? I got to give the Lord a little shout out on that one. So that happened. And you know what else has been happening? Let me tell you something. It's true. I really have been manifesting. I'm telling you. The Lord, the universe, the spirits, whatever you want to call it, have been giving me new friends. And so now I've got some new friends. And my new friend, Kimmy, let me tell you something. She and I think we're the same person. I think like we met up in another lifetime because some experiences that she's had and I've had are so similar. It was a little eerie. So shout out to Kimmy because she just poured all into me this week. She was like, and she poured all into me and I receive it. Yes. Come on, Jesus. Won't he do it? Because the universe is giving me good stuff. So that happened. And what else? So my good girlfriend, Rita, let me tell you, I told Rita last time we were on vacation, maybe it was after vacation. Maybe it was right before vacation. I don't know. But anywho, I looked her in her face and I said, Rita girl, I'm entering into my villain stage. Oh, it was right after vacation. That's what happened. It was right after because I had a moment at the Legends of the Streets concert, honey. I'll get into that a little later, but I entered my villain stage. And what does my entering into your villain stage mean? It means that I am doing me. And I'm not giving a good goddamn about what nobody else thinks about me. Listen to what I'm telling you. I am putting myself first. That is it. You don't like it? Too bad for you. Please go over there and sulk about it. I don't know, but don't bring it over here because over here will get you cussed clean out. Okay? All right. Thank you. So that's what it is that I have entered into, and I'm so excited and I'm loving this new stage in my life. Like it's like, I don't know, like a new sweater, honey. I just put this thing on, but we're going into spring. So we're going into summer. We are in spring. Are we in spring technically? But whatever the case may be, I'm into this new era and it looks good on me. Okay. All right. Thanks. And so what I decided to talk about was just that. What does it mean to put yourself first, to enter into your villain stage? I choose to call it my villain stage because I think a lot of times villains are misunderstood, right? Maybe sometimes they're looking for something and people just don't receive it in that way. I don't know. But me right over here, yeah, it feels good too. Cause I got a little edge to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be nobody's goody two shoes. You know, I like to cuss, spit, fight, all those things. I don't do it, although sometimes I like to do it and definitely be outside. You understand? And maybe, you know, anything else wouldn't be, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't fit me. So that's why I'm in my villain stage. And so today we're going to talk about that. Like, what does it mean to put yourself first? And be a little selfish with yourself. And I've had a lot of clients and I've met people. I was actually on vacation and met a woman who was struggling with that, right? Struggling with what it means to put herself first. She had a lot of obligations and a lot of them familial, and you know, felt like she couldn't put herself first. She really wanted to, but she just felt like she couldn't. So I thought like I'd talk about that you know, today. I can tell you that from the beginning, right? I grew up an only child. So sharing was not something that came naturally to me. I didn't have to do it, right? So it was just me with my old adults in my life. And so my mother and my grandmother had to work really hard on teaching me how to share. And I recall this right before going to kindergarten, because I think they didn't want me to be a problem to other kids, and they didn't want me to be a problem to the teachers. And I certainly understand that. But I think sometimes now as adults, because we don't want to seem selfish, it seems like it's a bad thing. And it's about reprogramming sometimes. It's about reframing some of the things that we've learned previously. So like, small example, my daughter had a friend over, and this friend was playing with my daughter's toy, and I watched my daughter, because she's a very gentle, kind girl. She sat uncomfortably, like waiting her turn to play with her toy, right? Like, and this friend was kind of, I won't say a bully, but very brash, right? And she wanted to play with the toy, and she just did. She took it, and honey, she did not give it up. And so here's this kind, gentle kid just kind of waiting her turn. And sometimes, like, that's how I feel that we feel and we show up in the world, as meek, right? Because we don't want to seem selfish. We really want something. We really want this toy, but we're trying to be kind to someone else. But when you look at the situation, that other person is happy and you're unhappy. Why the hell I'm going to continue to live my life making myself uncomfortable to make somebody else comfortable? No. Go to hell. Thank you very much. Right? I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not supporting of that. And, I watched it to see like what would happen. And later, I had conversation with my daughter about just that. It's okay to say what you want, to state what you need, what you want, so that you can get it. I've been talking to the universe and telling the universe all the things that I want. And the universe very slowly has been giving it to me. And that's why when I tell y'all that I'm going to be out here and I'm going to get to it, I know I'm going to get to it. The universe has already showed me like, oh yeah, we're going to give it to her. And why? Because I asked, because I've been very intentional about what it is that I need. Universe, God, Jesus, the spirits, the ancestors. Hey, I need some help. I need to do it a little differently, and it's true what they say, right? A closed mouth don't get fed. You got to put it out there. You got to tell people what it is that you need from them, or what it is that you're not going to be able to do for them, right? So, that's where we are. So being nice to other people, it's great, right? But I'm not going to be nice to you if it makes me unhappy and if it makes me sad. Just not going to do it. So even being a villain, and I feel really like, like I feel like doing that. Even being a villain, like I'm very comfortable being the villain in your story as long as I'm the hero in my own. You hear me? Nobody's coming to save us. I think like we grew up and we listened to the stories of, Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and Rapunzel and all this other stuff. And somebody came with their sword ready to, knock down and slay the dragons for you. Not gonna happen. Doesn't work that way. It doesn't. And maybe, you know what? I don't know. So maybe I'm talking to a very specific, group of people, but I could tell you that, in my own life, things that I have gone through and lived through and experienced, and even recently, nobody came to save me. Everybody with the lip service, right? But nobody came to rescue me. And then I said, oh, I got something for this. I know how to save myself. I know how to take care of myself, and I'll do so. How about that, right? Because I can get into it. So yeah, if we want changes in our life, we're going to have to make them. And are they going to be hard? Yup. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Hell yeah, right? Like that's the case. And sometimes I say, even in putting yourself first, that means, yeah, with your kids. Yeah, sometimes you got to tell them no. Like I've had clients that were saying like, oh, I really don't got it. And now you're going to stress yourself out trying to get it because you can't tell your 5-year-old that you ain't got it. No. And what are we teaching our children, right? what are we teaching our children when we want to, we want to teach them the best of everything, right? But then we can't tell them that we don't have it. Like, we're not being honest. And I think that sometimes that's what a lot of people get into. They get into this situation in debt and everything else because they don't want to say what they have or what they don't have. Honey, I'm the first to tell you, I ain't got it. And I ain't got no shame in my game. And there's nothing wrong with not having it. And there's nothing wrong with your kids not being able to get each and everything that they want. Because that's not the real world. We are going to be told no a lot more times than we're told yes. And so someone says, it's challenging. Oh, it's challenging for me to find a balance between patience and assertiveness. Okay. And I get that, right? And it's, again, about those I messages, right? And also no being a complete sentence. And so we can be kind in saying, and a prime example, or maybe you could give me an example of like something that you're struggling with. But if it's something like someone asked, oh, can you do X, Y, and Z for me? And you can say, no, I can't. Right? And you don't have to give an explanation, but if you'd like to, you could say, I don't have capacity for that right now. I am not able to meet your needs right now, right? We have to pour into ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves first. Like, that's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. And I would also say, as I was saying about teaching our children, we have all watched our parents, or not we have all, but many of us have watched our parents be exhausted, do things that they didn't want to do, and live a very difficult life. And we don't have to live that way, right? Like, I'm determined to have a softer life. I'm determined to show my children that when I'm tired, I rest and I don't do the things that I don't want to do. I don't want to do them, so I'm not going to. No, I don't feel like that. I don't have capacity for that right now. I don't have capacity to go and take you and pick you up and so on and so forth. And the thing about being a parent, right? Let me tell you something. Always telling your kids yes and always breaking your back to give them everything that their heart desires, only for them to grow up and tell you about the times that you didn't do, child, ain't no way. Because that's also how they get cussed clean out. Because who you talking to? Right. I can tell you that if my best wasn't good enough, I apologize, right? I can hear you and I can say that I can work on some things, but I'm not going to feel bad for what I did have and what I didn't have, right? I gave and I did the very best that I could do with what I had. That's it. That's all I knew how to do. That's all I could do. If it wasn't enough, I'm sorry. And also, you now have opportunity to go out there in this big world and go and get everything it is that you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I can't do it. I will not be beholden to that either. So again, right? And maybe that's for some people, it has to be like your, what do they call it? Your alter ego. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your alter ego has to take that on and say, oh no, the villain has to show up and go, no, she can't do this. She won't be doing this, at this time. So to my parents out there that are struggling with, trying to be everything to your children, you're not supposed to be. We're not supposed to be everything to anyone, not a spouse, not a parent, not, anything. Other people have to have lives. They have to have their own lives and they need to live their own lives. So I'm telling you, you want to get out here, you want to book a trip, you want to just go book a room and get into the good deep bath and just spend some time to yourself. Go ahead and do that thing, please, and thank you. And if anybody has a problem with that, you can send them over here and I can have a conversation for you. I'll do it. Cause no, I'm not doing it. So, there's that. I would say kids are resilient. They're going to be okay. And here's the thing. We raise our kids. We're supposed to raise our kids to let them fly. They got to get out of the nest, right? That's why you can't make your life surrounded around your kids, not so much that you don't recognize yourself. And same, not with your spouse, not with your family members, that you lose yourself trying to be everything to everyone else. Don't do that, honey, because it's not going to serve you well. That's really the truth. I mean, there are like one of two things that can happen is that you're going to run yourself ragged, right? Trying to please everybody, or you'll end up with resentments because you'll feel like, oh, well, I did X, Y, and Z for so and so and such, and they couldn't return, the favor or whatever. So don't do it. When you don't want to do something, just don't do it. It's okay. Everybody's going to be okay. I promise you. I swear. I'm telling you the truth. That's going to happen. So, there's that. What else? Oh, for my peeps in relationships, right? Because, the people are outside in relationships, and you can't be everything to them either, right? I've already said this before. It's not like that we're half individuals and we meet our other half and now we're whole. We must be whole ourselves. And to be a whole individual in your relationship, you've got to have some free time. You've got to have some time that you do things with your people, not with your significant other. Your significant other should not be your end all be all. Yes, it's good to want to make them happy and to spend time and to do things with them. That's wonderful, but not at your expense, right? And so I think about some of my clients that had difficulty even with their parental relationships, and they were feeling guilty, like, well, but they're my parent, and right? Because here's this, and I know it gets a little controversial, but here we go. You didn't ask your parent to come here. I promise you, there was nobody. I did not ask Janya and Norman. I did not say, hey, y'all, could you all, make me so I can come here? I didn't ask for that. And whatever it is that you gave it. And that's the thing, is that we all have choices. We all have choices. And so even in that, if somebody asked you to do something and you did it, you had a choice. Because you could have said no. So again, if you said yes and you really didn't feel like doing it, that again is going to build resentment. So don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about this. Honestly, if people have trouble with you saying no and you not wanting to show up and you not wanting to do something for them because it's not something that you want to do you really want to be around people that would rather you be unhappy in order to make them happy? I don't want to be around people like that. If you want me to dim my light, to be unhappy, to be tired, to be exhausted, to be financially in the hole, if you want me to experience any of those things in order to make you happy, that tells me everything I need to know about you and the relationship that we are in. You do not mean me well. You are not looking out for my best interest. And let me tell you something. No, thank you. I don't want you in my life. I don't want you in my life. Like, I mean that wholly and truly. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes, for my cousin who was struggling a little bit, you have to ask yourself that, if they can't handle you saying, I'm sorry, I'm unable to do this. I don't feel well. I don't have the capacity. Whatever the case may be, if you are unable to say those things and that person understands how you feel and be okay with that, then that's a relationship that you don't need in your life. I don't ever want to be in relationship with anyone for any reason that would want to see me unhappy in order to make them happy. No, thank you. You see, like even my children, if I ask my children to do something and they don't do it for me, okay, fine. That's okay. Especially if they're saying, Mom, it hurts my feelings when I do this thing. I have something I really want to go to. I really want to do, so on and so forth. And it conflicts. I can understand that. I can get someone else to do that. Like, my grandmother is my ride or die. She was my first best friend. Like, she is everything to me. And I take care of her and I do for her because it's what I want to do, not out of obligation. And truth be told, like, I always want people to do what they want to do. So if I ask you to do something and maybe it conflicts or so on and so forth, I'm going to sit back and watch what's going on. I don't never want nobody to do nothing for me out of obligation. That doesn't make me feel good. That wouldn't make my grandmother feel good if I went, oh God, I got to do this thing out of obligation. Who wants that? I don't want that. And no shade to anybody that does, but I don't. I want people to do what they want to do. I want people to come and do things for me because they want to do them. And if you don't want to do it, honey, you're going to do a half-assed job anyway, so no thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when my kids would have to do the dishes, and I had one that he ain't like to do the damn dishes, and he would do a really bad job. Do you know, I'm like that old school black mom. I would wake him up and go, come on down here, right? Because sometimes they do such a bad job hoping that you won't ask them to do it. So it's the same thing when people in your life are asking you to do things, and take them places and do X, Y, and Z, and actually essentially kind of put your life on hold for them. I will not. I'm going outside. That's what I'm doing. I'm going outside, and I'm teaching my children the same thing. Do what makes you happy. Chase that happiness as though, it was, I don't know, like there was a rabid dog chasing you. Get outside and do the things that make you happy. Don't worry about me. Your job in this life is not to make sure that your mom is happy. That ain't your job. I don't want that. I don't want you to try and make me happy. You're not me. You can't make me happy. You know what makes me happy? Doing you, being you, having a happy life. That's what makes me happy. So that's what I want for people in my life. And if people don't want that for me, then you already know I'm too through with their asses. You hear what I'm saying? I ain't got time like that. So, and how can you, what's an example, a way that you can do that? So you can simply say, let's say, I don't know, it's a parent. Mom, I love you with everything that I have, but unfortunately, I'm not able to take you here, put you there, do the thing, whatever that is, right? And you can it gives me anxiety. It makes me unhappy. It causes me a great deal of stress. It hurts my feelings. Like, you can insert any of those things and it still applies. And that applies to anyone, right? And it is about sharing your truth and, being honest, right? And putting yourself first and freeing yourself. So now you ain't got to worry about making up some excuses to why you can't do whatever and what have you. You could just be honest. Oh no, that doesn't feel good for me. Thank you, but no thank you, right? Like, it's really, and I know I say that it's that simple. It's not that simple, right? And I get that. So just in case you need a little help, right? Holla at your girl, right? I'm around. Get here on this DM. You can email me at Sherelle at SherelleEvansTillery.com, so we can chit and chat and see about how we can make something better for you. Judah stopping me to ask me about her eyebrows. They look good. Look.
Guys, I just ate down with the eyebrows.
Hey!
And with the...
Oh, come on, ponytail! Also, see, that's why she out here running into things. But can I also tell you that that's what she get? Because let me tell you, she tried me with my eyebrows. I was minding my good business, right? And she was waxing. And I was like, oh, yeah, can you give me a little wax on my upper lip? And I was like, oh, what you think about my eyebrows? And she was like, what hair on your eyebrows? Don't see, get out of my live.
And then me, you see, I wax them and they're still thick and full. This is
no makeup.
Don't
try my life. That's what happens when the children come back from school. See what I'm saying? That's exactly why you got to do you. Because you understand, the kid's going to come around and clown you about your damn eyebrows. She got her daddy's eyebrows. I don't know what she want from me. I got my mama's eyebrows. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. That's why I'm outside. And she gonna ask me to do something. And I'm gonna tell her no. Remember how you was talking about my eyebrows? Okay. She bothering me about my damn genetics. I will not have it. But, the good sis did my hair. So it is good to have Judy back because she did my hair 3 hours, P.S. because it's a little crochet. Okay. All right. So... so we've talked about those things, and I'm just going to tell you, I'm outside living my very best life. You understand? And I'm not doing the things that I don't want to do. And that's called freedom. And I know it's called freedom because let me tell you, my therapist told me so. Absolutely. And I'm going to go chat with her tomorrow so we can chit and chat about all this freedom that I'm having, and that I'm experiencing. But in all honesty, putting myself first is the very best thing that I could do, right? Counting on me. And not to say that you can't count on other people, because that's not what I'm saying. I do have other people that I can count on. They answer the phone when your girl is on one. And they help me. And that's, again, my tribe. That's what they're there for. And I lean on them. But I'm just saying that I refuse to dim my light, to stop what I'm doing, to stop chasing my dreams, to not do the things that make my heart sing. I refuse to stop any of that for anybody in my life, for anyone in my life. That's my kids, that's my parents, that's my siblings, that's, my romantic relationship. And if you don't like me just the way that I am, because I promise you, I can't do nobody's changing. I can't change for anybody else. I am who I am. Honey, I love who I am. And I just refuse to do anything that takes me away from the things that it is that I want to do. And if anybody has a problem with that, they can leave. Or, kiss my ass, one or the other, you know what I'm saying? And so probably leaving is best, but I just don't have time for the shenanigans. I refuse to dim my light. I refuse to do anything other than what it is that I want to do. Refuse. Exactly. My cousin said, say no to light dimming. That's it. I will not do it. And I suggest that you guys not do it either. And so again, I know that this can be hard. We have been programmed to care about what our parents think, to care about what, others think of us. Growing up in a Black household, we all know we could never get out in the street and embarrass our family, right? Because that's what it was about. Making other people happy and being pleasing to other people. And, I could even say I was a kid, I didn't give much problems to like my teachers and things like that. And I was rewarded for that. And that wasn't always, wasn't always a good thing, because I learned to put other people's opinions and thoughts and whatnot above my own, because I didn't want to rock the boat. Rocking the boat is hard. Going against the grain is hard. It's going to be some uncomfortable conversations, right? Some uncomfortable feelings. It's going to be difficult, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm here. If, again, you want to practice role playing, you want to go over, well, how do I do this? I feel a little guilty about that, because it's going to be uncomfortable at first, right? Growth is difficult at first, and it gets a little bit easier each and every time that we do it. So every time that you choose yourself first, again, even if it's the first no that you give, and let me tell you something, people are not going to be happy with you, because if they're used to you being one type of way, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you switch up on them, people get uncomfortable. They're like, ooh, what's this? I don't like this, right? And there's going to be pushback. It's going to happen. But people that love you, that support you, that, are understanding your growth, they will understand and they will come around. And if they don't come around, they weren't really that good for you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the thing that I think we have to understand. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard to see people in another light, because we don't want to see people. I do have clients that I can see very clearly that are no good for them, that they are using them, that they are manipulating them. But people, we want what we want. And sometimes the heart, it craves what it craves. And it's really difficult to break free of that. And I certainly understand that as a recovering people pleaser, as a person who was severely insecure and greatly anxious, right? Like, I had all the things going on, and I don't struggle with those nearly as much. And the reminder is that I'm chasing my happy. We only get one life, one, right? We're born, me, 1980. And then, right, we're going to get a dash. And then there's going to be an end date. Honey, I got to make that dash count. I only got one. So I got to do this thing. I got to live loudly. I got to live boldly. I got to live blackety black, because that's what I am, honey. I've got to do that, because young Sherelle that didn't get to do those things, that didn't feel that way, I owe that to her. I've grown into this woman. And I owe it to myself to be happy. Why else would I be anything else? Why? Am I not deserving of happiness? Yeah, I think I am. Not even do I think, I know that I am. So I got to chase that thing with everything in me. And you know what else? My kids are watching. My kids are watching and I want them happy. And I let them know, let me tell you something. You got to live that life for you. I don't got to like nothing that you got going on in that life. As long as you are not hurting anyone and as long as no one is hurting you, that is it. You hear me? Then go out there. I don't give a good goddamn about who you with. I don't care what you want to be called. I got the one son. His name is Bryson. He sometimes goes by Brescia. Honey, you want me to call you Brescia? I'm gonna call him damn Brescia or her or whatever the hell. I don't care. It don't make me no never mind about it. You understand? What people do in their lives, as long as they're not hurting nobody, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Because you know what? I'm over here making this dash count while they better be over there making that dash count. You know what I'm saying? Like, child, no thank you. But again, if you are struggling, if you're saying, yeah, Sherelle, it all sounds good, and you want to take a little deeper dive, hit your girl up. I'm around, I'm outside. I'm outside, but sometimes I'll come inside, for my people. So let's talk about it because again, like I said, I know it can be very trying. It can be very hard because we've been conditioned, a lot of us, to make our parents happy, to make other people happy, and we got the good pats on the back and on the head when we did do it. And so sometimes having conflict is very difficult, right? To sit in that. You have to be secure in yourself. But if you need some help with that, hit me up. I can help you because let me tell you something. Okay, someone has let's see if someone wants to join. So let's do it. I did it. Accept. Go live. Oh, maybe they don't want to be in. I don't know. Y'all know I'm not tech savvy. Here she comes. Heather!
Hi.
What's up, dog face?
Good.
Did you mean to
I
join?
did.
Oh, come on in the room, girls. Let's...
Give me a second. I'm in a better room. Hold on. Let me call you back.
Okay. No problem. You guys, I'm so excited. I have somebody that wants to join.
Yeah, let me get in a better room.
Okay. Let's do it. I'm ready. Oh, goodness. I'm also nervous. I don't know. Oh, no. What happened? She left. Hold on. She'll request again. Heather, come back and join us again so we could do this while she goes into the other room. So we just got to do that. I was just getting ready, to leave up out of here. But now we've got somebody coming in. Wow. What's up, Taj? I love it. Your mom's coming in. I love it. It's a family affair. You do know that I'm related to them. And not because I was Jamaican from 92 to 94, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm back to being my regular old American self and asking for the extra gravy on my rice and peas when I get the oxtail. Because I need a little sauce in my situation. So there's that. There's that. But listen, I understand what they're saying. So you know what I'm saying? I guess that's all that matters. Yeah, so that's all. I'm just saying if y'all need some help, holla at your girl. I'm outside, but I'll be inside. So, that's all I had. I'm hoping that Heather comes back because I don't have any much. Oh, thank you, Dolphins. Someone said they love my hair, and that is because Judy did it. So it's a good thing having her home from college, but it was 3 hours, sis, because let me tell you something. That's all I got. 4 is my max. I don't care if you put 4 plaits in his head. I only got 4 hours. That's all I got. My cousin said you were Jamaican from 92 to 94. Yes, from 92 to 94, I was Jamaican. Real bad, real bad. Me and the Jamaicans, we went together. We're my brethren. Shout out to my brethren, Jagan from Starcade. He used to let me mix on the little DJ pad too. You know what I mean? I got my lighter. I know how to, I got a thing or two. I know a thing or two about a thing or two from a little bit of my Jamaican time. And you know what? I've never been to Jamaica. I know some people in here, they've been many, many, many times, and I do need to go. But I got to go, and I don't want to stay on the resort. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to go see my peoples. So, my family out here, I'm just waiting for the invite. When can we go? I'm ready because I love outside and everything like that there. And so this is what I'm saying. Like sometimes I feel bad, right? Because I like to vacation and put these good feet in the sand. But my littlest one is like, sand, beach. She is not with it. And so I struggle sometimes. Like, do I leave her here? Do I take her? And you know what I do? Get outside. Yeah, the sis don't like the beach. Well, all right, you stay here with your dogs and I'm going to go be at the beach and I'll be back. Sometimes mama just need a break. You understand? That's just what that is. So, oh my goodness, everybody's coming in and I'm like all done. I don't have anything. I don't know where Heather went. So I'm sorry, guys. Listen, if you need me, I'm around. And if you want to join my club of villains, come on in here. I'm with you. We can, take over the world together. If you need help on how to have some of these very difficult conversations about setting boundaries, about choosing yourself, about journaling, like, let's do it. Because let me tell you something, a gratitude journal changed everything for me. Or sis, don't invite me to no Jamaica because I will be there. So let's not do it. Kashina Bina let me know that she's always ready to go. Me too. I know how to throw my shit in a bag and go. You hear me? I don't ask no questions. Just like, let's do this. Oh no, her phone keeps freezing. So boo. But maybe next time? I don't know. You guys, I thank you so very much for joining. Some of you rocked with me the whole way through. I appreciate you. I adore you. I am thankful for you. And I'm out here and I'm going to be here for you. So if you need me, Sherelle at SherelleEvansTillery.com. Get into my DM. And those of you that have my number, shoot me a text and we can talk about it. So until next time, I will talk to you guys later. I love you. Thank you so much. Bye.